Nuts of the Dirty Table.
Dirty Table Nights. Awesome entertainment for your delight. We are the Dirty Table Nights. Live on Twitch Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night.
Heroes playing games, talking pop culture news. We got what you need, we'll be here for you. Crossover will tell us if we're wrong or right. Hang out with the gang every weekend night.
Nights. We're the ultimate team.
Nights.
Come on and check out the stream.
Nights. We'll be chasing our dreams.
Believe it.
Nights.
I'm just here for the memes.
Nights. 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 We are the Knights.
Nights. What? I said, what is going on, everyone? I am your host, lowest grossing actor of all time, Merrick Henry. And with me, as always, off to the side, he'll eventually roll in, a la Chris Collinsworth style, is Barney Landman.
Hi.
You can barely hear him on the mic. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the show. We have an action-packed Friday show. We're hopping around into all kinds of different topics today, which we are very excited about. Barney, just to clarify, are you going to join me when we start playing? Or oh, okay, cool. I figured you'd join me at the table. I thought you could sit and keep me company. That was my intention. I mean, you have a wonderful mic set behind Mickey, who makes it look like he has a third ear. That was my assumption. Come on in. Join me to the discussion table today.
Here I am. What's up, everybody?
He does exist!
It's your boy. Don't look at the screen, Barney. Don't look at the screen. Look at the audience, the beautiful fans. How you doing?
We have an iPhone 11 Pro, and
Tom Butterbuza cheered. Thank you for the biddies.
I'm so hyped for Pro Skater.
Bits, 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 bits.
We have our iPhone 11 Pro, that's our camera, and so it's the one with the 3 cameras, so those 3 little dots are our main audience.
Yes. Well, we have 3 tiny circular fans.
We have to train ourselves. How you doing today, bud?
Pretty good. Yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. We did so good in the
Can you believe
pre-production.
How quickly we set up for
I
the
know.
show today?
I think our pre-production was so good. We can end the stream here, guys.
Yep,
we did such a
that's all
good
we have
job.
time
Yeah,
for
no,
today.
that's
Nice.
we are a show that highlights our pre-production but
How did
doesn't
Tom
care about our
just
regular
subscribe?
production.
I thought you were already subscribed, but thank you for subscribing.
Maybe he redid it.
We love you.
It's all good. Well, we're here. Why don't we get into some topics?
Let's do it.
We just saw the newest Mulan movie, and we couldn't give our take on it last week because it had just come out on Disney Plus, and we needed to take time to sit with it and let it sizzle. So I will begin, and then we will openly talk about it.
Take it away, my friend.
So culture is really important. Representation matters. And, of course, action sequences are really nice. But none of that matters if your story is lackluster. None of it matters if you have too many characters in one story. And none of it matters if your core audience thinks it sucks and it's still disrespectful to the culture. That would be Disney's
That's a big deal.
2020 live-action remake of Mulan. I'll start with this. A major criticism that it has faced is no music. It's not a musical. We're taking the 1998 film and readapting it, but we're taking out the music aspect of it. Personally, I didn't actually have a problem with this not being a musical this time around. I mean, you're trying to tell a war epic with Mulan taking on the imminent threat facing the kingdom, and do you need to break out into song to do that? I personally don't think so. I understand that the songs are a major part of the 1998 film, and I know they're beloved by many, but I was never really that fazed. I was okay with it I would rather focus on the story, and, you know, if the songs take away from that, then I'm okay with taking them out to tell a better story.
They got the motifs in there.
I thought it was a nice touch.
Instrumental. Yeah.
They were aware. I thought it was a good idea on paper, it didn't amount to good storytelling. But we'll get to that in a sec. Of course, another criticism that it faced was no Mushu.
Mm-hmm.
Again, quite frankly, I was okay with the decision because Eddie Murphy did a wonderful job as Mushu in Mulan in the 1998 film, but it's also a very Americanized character in terms of his slang, in terms of his humor, in terms of how he's drawn and animated. So I was okay with taking out the American sidekick. Again, taking him out so you can focus on more proper Chinese culture and
Yeah.
such. Didn't bother me.
It wasn't really missing. in
No,
that
I
sense.
didn't. I
When
didn't
you-
think
when
so.
you look at this movie as its own thing, it wasn't missing a small,
sidekick.
comic character to be hopping around our shoulders.
Another major criticism that it faced was no Captain Shang from the 1998 film, and certainly some people feel that Shang in recent years has become an LGBTQIA plus icon in that Shang was kind of a little curious with
Yeah.
Ping in the animated movie, and I can respect that, and I understand that. And looking more into that, the creators actually felt the producers and the directors of this movie felt that in 2020 a military officer being involved with his not underling
Subordinate?
but subordinate, thank you, that's the word, being involved with a subordinate doesn't quite play as well.
Yes.
So I see why they took out Shang and instead split Shang into two characters, one being one of the commanding officers and the other being a younger romantic interest that's much more along the same age as Hua Mulan. So didn't bother me as much, but I could see the criticism in that. So taking one character and splitting it to two, I thought that was pretty appropriate for 2020, but it sounded like they were damned if they did, damned if they didn't in that regard. One of my personal criticisms for this movie was that there were too many villains. Even just having the two that they had.
One too many.
Yeah, definitely. It felt like they could have. I mean, okay, I didn't say this before. We're going into spoiler territory if you're joining us for the first time.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
Spoilers for both original and new Mulan.
I mean, if you saw the 1998 movie, you kind of know what's happened. So
yeah. Mostly you've had those spoilers already.
this isn't new territory here. They had two interesting villains that if they took one out and dove more into the other one, they could have had something complex, a bit more complex.
I think she was more of a success than he was. The witch.
Yeah.
Was certainly a more fleshed out character and had much more depth.
Not by much though.
You don't think so?
No, I really don't.
I thought it was quite significant difference between those.
They
two.
should have either had her as a mirror of Mulan and have those two go at it, or take the other guy who isn't exactly Shan Yu, like he's a different name, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but have him be the live action Shan Yu interpretation and go more into that character. They should have picked one, and it felt like they couldn't pick between the two.
Yeah.
So that's my takeaway from it.
That's
so they
fair.
could have picked one.
I think that's fair.
I mean, considering that there's been talks of making a sequel to this thing, they really should have just picked one and then used the other for another movie. But now both are, spoiler alert, dead, so they can't do that. My major gripe with this movie watching it, and eventually we're going to get to good, for the record. This isn't a total bashing. Some YouTube videos are absolute bashings of Mulan, and that's not what this is trying to be. I'm just getting the bad out of the way. I definitely felt the pacing of the movie was bad. Personally, I felt like the director, Nikki Caro, was so focused on getting the action sequences and the sets established and making sure that each scene was going to be successfully filmed for the day. And then the script came afterwards. I felt like there were a couple of times, maybe when they were doing reshoots, they were filming things and then they needed to add in one extra bit of dialogue at the very last second just to progress the story, just to feel like they made sure that they got everything they needed to tell somewhat of a cohesive story.
It was clunky, that's for sure. It sort of hobbled along at times. The story was like, okay, next scene. Okay, we're done with
it. It was like different vignettes on a sketch show, kind of.
Yeah.
And the sense of time, like night and day stuff, it was just very, very all over the place. But the sequences themselves were great. Like a lot of the action stuff, like they were very well done and choreographed.
Nicely shot, nicely choreographed, nicely performed.
Yes, but very all over the place. And this is not exactly me trying to compare it to the animated film, which it's mostly based on here. It's just as a story on its own. It hops around a bit too much. Not terribly, but a bit too much.
Yeah.
Something that kind of stuck out to me the concept of chi in this movie. So in actual Chinese culture, a chi
midichlorians much? Like, was I the only one who got a strong Jedi vibe with the way they handled it? Which is
not actual Chinese culture. In actual Chinese culture, chi, long story short, it's a person's energy flow, based on the kind of medicine that they intake or how they're naturally feeling as they live their lives. It's not a magical source of energy that grants you powers to fly and jump over people and kick spears into the hearts of men.
She sure does.
Clear shot.
Kick sharp objects into people.
So I didn't think you needed a magic. I mean, I'm okay with your witch being able to become a bird at any given moment. I'm like, all right, fine. There's a magical source in that, but I didn't.
Or lots of birds.
Or lots. I think, yeah, birds, bats at one point.
But it seemed like they might have been bats.
I didn't think you needed that to drive Mulan's power in a way of why she's a skilled fighter, because she has a magical energy source, not because she's a strong warrior in her own right. I definitely give credit to the film for hiring a female director for this, being able to have that voice lended to the story. Personally, I don't think they got the right female director. Again, as I mentioned, there was a clear focus on the action sequences in this. But I don't know exactly if a New Zealander was the appropriate voice to tell the Chinese culture aspect. Now, if there was the focus on the balance of Disney and Chinese culture in this, then that'd be one thing. But they took out the Disney music aspect, basically. And do you get what I'm saying? Like, if there was a focus on one or the other, it'd be one thing. Or if there was a deliberate focus on both. But when you take out the music side, which is really the Disney side of things, you're kind of left with some offshoot of that. And not that I dislike her directing style, but I just don't quite know if they got this one right. I know that they had seen female Chinese directors for this, and I understand that you need to find ultimately the right person for the job creatively who's going to lead the project. You can't just hire someone just to fill a criteria.
Yeah.
I still wonder if she was the best candidate. There's no way of knowing. I'm not in the production room deciding on a director for your big blockbuster remake.
We also don't know how much free reign they gave her, as far
that
as
too.
It could have been,
it's Disney, big production company. I get that.
Sequence, we want this sequence. We want this to look like this. It might have been a very tight rein on that.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, because that actually brings me to my next point. So, not a criticism for me, but kind of a criticism out there in the public audience. China didn't like this movie at all. You can look at the reviews online. They didn't like the 1998 movie either. So China is currently the number 2 audience in the world that matters the most. And eventually they're going to take the number 1 slot over American audiences. Absolutely. Why? Because China's audience may or may not save a poorly reviewed American movie. Example, they saved the World of Warcraft movie. Warcraft made $25 million in the US, and then it made $156 million in China alone, helping it go over the break-even point, where I do believe they're working on a sequel.
Wow.
So if a movie tanks in America, the next logical step is, how does it do in China?
China is the safety net.
Yes. A lot of recent films, too, they actually have written or filmed scenes and sequences with the Chinese market in mind, because they're vital for a film's success nowadays, and they need to be displayed in a positive light for the Chinese government. And if they're depicted badly by the writers or director, a studio can go out of their way to improve the movie for one of its key audiences. But I don't actually know if Disney did that in this case, because of how many things that they kind of... Like, I know one of the Chinese criticisms was the makeup representation, that it just felt too Western stereotype, especially like the matchmaker scenes and all of that. That it was just still too stereotype and not quite.
It definitely didn't feel very not genuine, very
natural,
accurate.
Yeah.
To any kind of Chinese tradition at that point for me. Definitely that felt a little narrow-minded.
Yeah, something that I also now maybe I am uneducated in this regard, but a lot of the opening scenes take place within like a kind of apartment complex.
Yep.
In a way, and now maybe this is.
It reminds me of like Kung Fu, Shaolin Soccer, and
Yeah.
a couple of other Kung Fu movies that have that little, and it must be a traditional thing.
Yeah, maybe my biased from what I've seen of Americanized storytelling in terms of Flat Village and a lot of things that we've seen in film in America. Maybe that is a bias that I had going into this. So I would have to do a little more research in that regard, but I just thought it was interesting to see everyone live in this circular apartment building with this open field. I would have to dig more into that. I just thought that to me seemed unrealistic, but I can't completely assess that because I'm not 100% sure.
Right.
So that's one thing, so Chinese audiences still felt like this was not appropriate in some regards.
The weird thing about that too, my mic's too quiet. I'll turn it up a bit. Was that the what was I gonna say? The whole thing about her showering, about her not taking a shower.
Right. Yeah.
And they
yeah.
kept using the phrase "take a shower." Like, you haven't taken a shower yet, and we were there like, do they have showers? And then
they don't have soap.
And then she bathes in the water, like a lake or something,
just with a rinse.
No shower. So
it's a rinse.
So why did they use the word shower like 5 times in that one scene?
Yes.
Why don't they just use the word wash?
And for the record, when the male troops are saying that when Hua Mulan is in her disguise, they're saying that she smells. I'm sorry, she smells worse than you? You all smell. None of you have soap. Where that blew my mind. It was a small thing.
Check. Is that better? Yeah, it sounds better to me.
Cool. It was I agree. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Thanks,
it was
crossover.
Such a small thing, but
something like that takes you out of the
it
story.
Completely
for a second,
took me out of it.
Where you're like, wait, huh?
You all smell.
I don't want to.
It's ancient China. No one can smell good. No one has a Dove bar of soap just lying on the side.
And that is another example of the clunkiness of the story, because it was just sort of shoehorned in there to have the scene of her in the water and him coming up behind her.
Yeah, to hit that check mark on.
And it was funny, but
you could have had a better way of getting there.
I don't think it was funny in the way that they intended it.
The 1998 movie is much more natural in the regard of, she needs to just go rinse off like a normal human being, not you need to take a shower because you smell.
I wanted so bad for when she meets the Emperor face to face for the first time, for him to lean forward and say, "You need to take a shower." It would have been so funny, not completely inappropriate, but
also a riot.
Like, I was already laughing about that anyway,
So, doing a little.
Marek, I am Disney man.
I'm gonna watch this on YouTube later and just wonder, what was he on?
I clipped it.
Thanks. So all in all, the cast is pretty stellar if you know who they are. They definitely spared no expense in getting an all-star cast for this. Donnie Yen, Jet Li, Gong Li.
You were really excited when Jet Li showed up.
Oh my god, yes. I'm a huge Jet Li guy. Gong Li, who is actually considered to be the best actress in China today, who played the witch. So that was a huge get to get her, which I didn't know until recently when I deep dived into her. But she's
I did recognize
like
her.
the equivalent of kind of Meryl Streep in China, which is really dope. Which makes me feel a little more disappointed in that she was underutilized for this movie, where it really should have just been, if you're going to get her as your actress for this character, you should have made her the villain rather than try to split between the two.
Yep.
Speaking of Jet Li, would just like to bring this up. When Jet Li is on screen as the Emperor, great casting. Felt like he was dubbed poorly.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that. Did you do any more research into that?
I didn't see anything on it. Maybe it was just an execution thing, but something just wasn't lining up.
ADR was just a little off.
Yeah, maybe. I've seen Jet Li give strong performances, even in lackluster movies, and something just felt off. It definitely took me out of it. Like, I couldn't tell if his mouth was really lined up with the audio that was being produced, or maybe the soundstage was so echoey and maybe they couldn't get him. I don't know, but that definitely took me out of it. But I still love Jet Li all the same, so that doesn't stop me. Everyone was good, but there were just too many characters to juggle around. You have Mulan, you have mom and dad, you have a sister added in who wasn't in the original 1998 film.
I liked her.
But she actually had a brother in the original ballad, or the original story, rather.
Yeah.
Or not story, in the legend, I will say. Yeah.
It was a poem, right?
Yeah. So there's those three family members. You have the commander of the military unit. You have his second in command. You have the three, like the trio, even though they're not really as much of a trio in this story. You have the young romantic interest, then you have the emperor, then you have the two villains, and that's already kind of 3 or 4 more characters than the 1998 film. It just there were just kind of too many characters to talk about in an under 2-hour movie.
Yeah,
they did it successfully in the animated, pacing wise, but it's just a lot to kind of dive into, especially when you're splitting up characters, you're taking out characters, you're adding new characters. There was a lot of shuffling around where everyone, even Mulan, really didn't get that much proper attention.
Yeah.
It was very scattered in that regard.
Yep.
In my humble opinion, we expect better from our blockbusters now. There's no excuse for flashy sequences with no substance anymore. Good storytelling focuses on a small selection of characters, I believe. If your characters aren't fleshed out, you can't invest in the movie. You just can't. Now, I understand that this was meant for a bigger screen, obviously, you know, considering before COVID and everything happened, we were meant to see this as a big screen epic. But if I enjoyed the characters and the story itself, I would still love it on the small screen all the same. It wouldn't bother me. I do still think that Marvel does the absolute best job of utilizing its characters in a single movie. Even with one-off villains and such, you still know enough about them to invest in their presence in the movie. And I would say maybe Disney needs to take that into consideration for the rest of its live-action properties. Certainly delivers in the animation department still.
Or just stop making them.
Touche, yeah. So, like, I think Star Wars suffers from this problem, and I think their live-action films and their stories suffer from this problem where it's just... they're focusing on kind of the off things, like things that we were able to get away with in the 80s and 90s. Big action sequences, lackluster character portrayals. We don't want that anymore. We want more sophisticated stories, and
I think
that starts with the characters.
I think it ties into my overall feeling of the Disney live-action remakes in general, which is just that they're unnecessary, right? I really don't understand the purpose of trying to retell these stories in a different way when, for the most part, the originals are so good. And so
they're so good, and they're still a part of our public consciousness. Specifically, Lion King and Aladdin are the ones that come to mind. For me, they're still selling merch on those film properties on the daily. They're still airing on TV constantly. It's not like we've forgotten about these Disney classics from the Disney Renaissance era.
They're in the cultural conscience already, in a way. Crossover is asking what the next Disney remake is coming up, and I asked the same thing, and I don't think anyone knows, but he suggested, is it Little Mermaid, which would make sense.
Little Mermaid is one of the ones on the slate. Quite frankly, I'm sure as far as the live action thing goes, all the films are up for grabs as far as what comes next, but I've been hearing the most on Little Mermaid. One half of Chloe and Halle is going to be Ariel in the movie. That was a big controversy casting because we had a girl who was black being Ariel. That was a thing. I think it was last year now. Who knows? 2020's come and gone in such a blur. That's one of the ones that's up next. I thought I heard Melissa McCarthy was going to be Ursula, but I wasn't sure if that was like fans pushing it or if they'd actually announced it. I'm not sure. You know, COVID kind of messed up all production schedules for a lot of things. Little Mermaid was one of the ones that I heard was coming, but still, it's not like we have forgotten about The Little Mermaid. Now, I can understand them remaking movies like Cinderella or The Jungle Book, things that are, you know, between 40 and 50 years old. Even Sleeping Beauty, even though Maleficent, I think, is a hot piece of garbage that I can't believe got a sequel. We'll talk about that for another day. But these animated classics that we've been seeing for a while. Thanks, Tom, for the cheers. Appreciate it. For the boys. I feel like, yeah, to your point, they're unnecessary. The ones that we've seen over and over again and still hold in our hearts, especially when you have something like Lion King that is a beat for beat for beat for beat for beat remake of the animated movie, and yet it's the highest grossing American film of all time.
But that, before we get off that subject, just to speak to what you were saying about the, you know, getting so many characters and trying to flesh them out and make a good story. I think one of the biggest problems with that is you're making a remake. So right off the bat, you have considerations that you shouldn't have when it comes to telling a story the way you want to, and you know what I mean? There's a preset, like, you have to have this character, you have to have such and such, this has to happen at some point in the story. So you're constrained by these things then. So I feel like the vision, if there was any vision from the director or the screenwriter of these new movies, it's getting diluted and it's getting squashed, and it's not actually coming to the screen, you know,
right,
in a way that an original movie would.
Which then I would say, you know, maybe there should have been more of a focus on telling the 1998 story, but also highlighting much more of the culture and being more accurate in portrayals and taking out stereotypes and being much more natural with the culture. I would still be okay with taking out Mushu in that regard because it's still such an Americanized concept.
Yeah.
But to then...
I don't really have that much of a problem with that.
Yeah.
Or the lack of the songs, like you said, but it's just when it comes to retelling a story that's been told in any form, you're immediately constrained in ways that you shouldn't be. I would say.
It's not like, you know, it's not like A Star is Born, which has been told like 4 times, basically, where we kind of do forget about the story like every 30 or so years.
What did you think of the Jungle Book?
I actually haven't seen Jungle Book.
Oh,
kind of to your point, I really don't care about the live action remakes because we have the animated classics, especially with Disney Plus now, where we can view all of these properties at once. I don't really care to spend money on a movie ticket with a story that I can see in its animated form. It's not like a superhero property to me where, yes, you're taking a comic book story and adapting it for the screen, but there are still liberties with that where you can take, for example, with Marvel Studios, you can take the characters that you have and tell an Infinity Gauntlet story even without the X-Men and the Silver Surfer and all of that stuff, because you're still adding something new to it, playing with the material that you have in front of you. It's not a remake, it's an adaptation, as opposed to these films which are clearly based on being remakes of their animated things.
Crossover said it was kind of pointless because they barely changed anything, which I'm getting the same impression from The Lion King. But yeah, I was
the most unimpressed with Lion King when I saw it in the the trailers. I haven't seen Lion King. Like with Aladdin, I was excited enough to see it. Granted, I still haven't seen it because I haven't cared enough to go out of my way to do it. But from the trailers that was presented to me, I was still excited. Okay, this could be good. Jungle Book, this could be good. The Lion King, I was already unimpressed. Like, I really don't want to see this. But with Mulan, I was excited to see this, and I was disappointed in that regard.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and that's saying a lot considering that I literally am protesting these remakes by not watching any of them on purpose. I felt like I could watch this because I'm not the biggest, not that I don't like it, but it wasn't such a big part of my childhood.
Yeah, you're much more into the
others.
70s and 80s Disney animated classics, Robin Hood, Jungle Book, things like that.
Which is why I'm just not interested in seeing any of those. But this, I didn't mind watching it, and I enjoyed it.
Good.
On the whole,
well, I'm glad that you did.
I'm pretty easily pleased when it comes to movies, as you guys are probably slowly finding out. But it was enjoyable. It wasn't a waste of my time.
As a $30 investment to get early access to Mulan on Disney Plus, do I think it was worth the $30 price tag? No, and I would be a little nervous to go get the early access to anything that Disney Plus puts out again, but maybe that's just I had a really big bias towards being excited for this movie. But when you break it down, you're spending about roughly $10 on a movie ticket nowadays, and then you're spending about $30 on the Blu-ray release. That's $40. So technically, you're still getting a discount because now you have early access to the movie, and assuming your TV is, HD or 4K or whatever, you have a high quality release of the movie. And if they put out special features on Disney Plus the way that they've done their recent movies where they're giving you a lot of special features content the way that you would a Blu-ray, then you're basically getting the Blu-ray and first access to seeing the movie at $10 less than the overall experience of seeing it in the theater and getting on Blu-ray. So it's worth it in that regard, but I will wait a minute before I spend more money on an early access release of Disney Plus. I was really hyped for this movie, and I was a little disappointed. I was hoping this would kind of be what Black Panther has been to many in regards to proper cultural exposure. So now I'll be hoping for Shang-Chi and hoping that will do better. But of course, we all know, I trust Kevin Feige to deliver on those kinds of products.
Do you know Treasure Planet?
I do know Treasure Planet.
Crossover says expect them to remake that to cash in on cult classic nostalgia. I'm not even familiar with it.
They would hopefully they would make more money on Treasure Planet than what actually was produced. Treasure Planet was kind of a disappointment at the time. That whole era
the fact that I never heard of it. Because I've heard of it, but I couldn't tell you what.
Martin Short was in it, actually.
Oh, yeah?
He's like the robot sidekick in that movie. Came out in November of 2003. I remember there was a lot of hype going into it, but I'd have to see it now that I'm older. Like, I saw it roughly around the time when it came out on Disney DVD. I remember that it was a disappointment for some. It didn't make nearly as much money as it should have. Brother Bear,
that needs a remake.
See, that would be appropriate. I would put that and Brother Bear, and maybe not Home on the Range, which was also a disappointment. There's like that era of Disney before they really started going into more Pixar animation, and having that be considered their animated movies. That whole era was kind of like a downturn for.
I thought Brother Bear was pretty good from what I remember, and that's another one that I would be annoyed if they remade it. It has so much charm, and the characters are so well fleshed out with their voices and their animation style, and
more great Phil Collins music. Can't go wrong with that. Tell everybody I'm on my way. But unfortunately, it's Disney, and they're becoming more of a powerhouse conglomerate company, and
they're going to do whatever the hell they want.
They're going to do whatever the hell they want. And we haven't even talked about the political stuff that went into this movie with the actress endorsing the Hong Kong police and where they shot on location stuff. And
that's kind of a huge minefield at the moment.
Yes.
It's like
I'm not going to dissect that stuff. Just I know someone's going to say, do you have thoughts on the political stuff going on? It's like, I am going to wait for more information to be presented.
Yeah, it's not something that needs to be commented on as far as the movie, in my opinion.
Right. No, it matters, but it's also separate in terms of how did the movie come out? I completely understand that. I'd like to dive into that stuff long after it's gone, but yeah, we'll come back to that eventually, maybe in 5 years or so. Going on, in a very quick little thing that we just wanted to point out, we have some new casting announced. We have a new She-Hulk. We have a She-Hulk, is the better statement.
I'm gonna be in the way. I set this shot up for a solo. There we go. She's
no worries. It's all good. We're playing this new dual dynamic of discussions today. We have a She-Hulk for the MCU. Tatiana Maslany of Orphan Black will be the new character for the upcoming Disney Plus series produced by Marvel Studios. In Feige, I trust.
They're gonna have to paint her green.
just paint
like this
long 3-hour days.
You can't see it, but it's green back here.
She is a short human, and She-Hulk is rather tall. And I'm sure that they'll CGI the character overall for much of the show. I feel like they'd kind of have to, since she stays in her Hulk form. Once she gets it, she doesn't switch.
She's gonna have little stilts
in
the costume or something.
Potentially. I feel like it's just going to be a motion capture thing. Like with She-Hulk, she controls her anger much more than
Yes.
Bruce Banner.
That to me would be very jarring, though, if she was CG'd into every scene that she was in for size.
Well, normally it would probably be jarring, especially if it was a cable network, but because this is Disney Plus and it's Marvel Studios, and they're willing to dish out as much money as they need to get a convincing product because they are all about quality.
Yep.
I trust them.
Yeah, sure.
Would I trust Marvel Television and, like, you know, for ABC and Freeform and all these other stuff? No, I actually wouldn't. Not that I don't think they put out good product. They have, but this would be a tough one to do, in my humble opinion. Tatiana is an Emmy-winning actor, and, you know, rightfully so, for portraying multiple characters all at once on Orphan Black. So they certainly got a very good and dedicated performer.
I heard a lot of good things about that show, but I never saw it.
What she would do on set is she would have to line up in all the right cues and make sure she's staring at the right spot.
Oh, so she's used to the CG aspect already.
Oh, yeah. They got the right technical person for the job, which I think is very interesting. And I think that is a little more important than having someone cast as the same height as She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Because I think they'll just CGI and portray
tough
it.
casting.
Yeah, you know. I do think it's very good casting, and I'm hoping that this series will get to tell all the Hulk stories that we can't get in a movie because of Universal and their movie rights for the character. I just want Red Hulk. Give me Red Hulk. I want Red Hulk. I want Ross to become Red Hulk in this story. I am okay with, similar to what Supergirl has been doing in the CW verse, telling great Superman stories but not using Superman. Got no problem with that. Now that issue's been fixed because we're getting a Superman show. But I want this to basically use all of the Hulk characters that we haven't been able to use. Leader, Red Hulk, A-Bomb, all these other really exciting, big, muscular characters. I think she's been underutilized in mainstream media for a very long time, and I love that she's going to have her time to shine now in this case. I mostly remember She-Hulk from the animated 90s Hulk show. And I thought it was a good portrayal, but it'll be nice to see She-Hulk really brought into all of this. And I hope that she is one of the characters that's brought into the movie productions and in those scripts. And I know that with Marvel Studios, they're trying to interchange the stories and the characters. Specifically, WandaVision is going to play into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So I hope that they bring She-Hulk into something else in the future. She's one of my favorite C-list Marvel characters, so I'm excited for.
I don't really know that much about her, to be honest. I think my most experience of She-Hulk was Ultimate Alliance. Was she in the second one?
She was in the second one.
Yeah.
I don't believe she was a playable character, but yes, she was in the.
That's the only time I really remember seeing that much of her.
So Jennifer Walters, that's her name. She is Bruce Banner's cousin, and she needs a blood transfusion, and the only person she can go to is Bruce. And so Bruce gives her a diluted sample of his blood. So that's how she progresses to Hulk out, but she has a much easier job of controlling her anger because girl power. And then she is a lawyer as well. So she's in her She-Hulk form. Basically the entire time she's laying down the law on these criminals.
She's used to handling the PMS, so it's just a little worse. Tom wants a Shrek reboot with Nolan North as Shrek.
I just pictured it in my head. Oh man. They also I don't think they've had actual announcement for it. This was one of like the 3 Disney Plus shows that they announced at the D23 Expo along with Ms. Marvel and Moon Knight. So they have a lot of cool Disney Plus stuff coming up. I'm really wanting Falcon and Winter Soldier to come out. Like now, that's the one that I've been most excited about. And I was so thrilled that it was up first on the slate. And 2020 happened, so it's all been delayed. I know. What can
you do? Play your video games and wait patiently.
What a wonderful transition. Let's play some video games. So what do you want to start with? Do you want to do Aladdin?
The
Lion King?
Let's go. I would vote for Lion King.
Lion King it is. You can go ahead and take off our image.
Let me put it in?
Sure, since you're up, why not? And what a wonderful time to remind our lovely audience, if you are watching for the very first time our low quality, high energy production of Knights of the Dirty Table, and you haven't smashed the subscribe button yet, what are you doing? Make sure that you smash the subscribe button up and down numerous times to make sure that it works. Hit the follow button. We are the Dirty Table Knights here at Knights of the Dirty Table. We are on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook, as well as Twitter and Instagram. We are all over the place. So make sure that you smash that subscribe button, that like button, that follow button, whatever buttons you gotta hit to make sure that we are successful. We would greatly appreciate it, everyone. And we appreciate you joining us today.
I appreciate that. The Nintendo worked.
Yay! So you guys didn't get to see, like, there was a Disney partnership thing. Like, it was Lion King game produced by Disney Interactive Media and Virgin, like the phone company, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, so we are not playing the HD remastering for the PS4. We are using our Super Nintendo, our vintage Super Nintendo, and we are playing it like so.
Yeah.
There it is. Hi, everyone. I haven't seen anything of the chat yet. Yes, Tom, we saw the Spider-Man Miles Morales trailer, and our thoughts are 2 thumbs way up. We love it. We love it. We're so excited. I love that they're using Tinkerer as a villain.
I go, oh, do we have game audio? Let's see what's going on with that.
Yes, Tom, I do recall She-Hulk being in Lego Marvel Superheroes, and I think they also had Red She-Hulk in there too. So, yeah. Oh, I see. I was seeing your comment come through, Barney. I'm like, how did you? Yeah, but sorry. Anyway, yeah, no, I love that they're using kind of a D-list Spider-Man villain. I don't know if
Step into the sun.
I don't know if Tinkerer is actually like the main villain of Spider-Man Miles Morales, but at least they have a Spider-Man villain in it, unlike the Marvel game where it's just endless AIM agents. Oh, sorry. I meant to hit go. I did not hit go.
I have not seen that documentary, Tom, but I will look it up because that sounds interesting. Oh, codes? Yeah, look up codes for sure.
Wow. It starts.
Oh man, this is
Do you want to start? Or do you
this
want me
is a
to?
little. Go for it. Carry on.
I remember this game being very hard.
It is right from the get-go. That animation, though. I mean, the Disney games of the 90s
Yes.
were just some of the best 2D sprite animation ever.
Chameleons should not be this harmful.
Do chameleons have spiked backs and horns like that?
That scared me.
Granada.
Excuse you. We're probably not going to get very far in this. Because
Speak for yourself.
As you can tell.
I'm going to complete it. We're completing this game. What's up, AV?
Oh, yeah? Good luck. Hey, AV, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, this is 100% speed run of Lion King, beginning to end. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, you're taking too long, Merrick. Ooh.
God damn it.
Hit that. Continue point. Yeah.
Oh, is it the continue point?
Yep. You spawn like from the painting, and you're probably gonna die soon, so that's a good thing.
Thanks. Cool. Nope, that is a rock wall. Look at all these bugs.
Oh, I just watched The Social Dilemma the other day. We will talk about that. Go to the options menu and push Barry.
Push Barry?
Yeah, Barry. I think that would be in the main menu, not the.
Oh.
I think you would have to, which you can't.
Oh, what? Oh my god, it's a hyena.
Blop.
Yo, Simba's been drinking.
Let's get back to the main menu. You can't.
That's not
press-
a thing on these games. The pause button just simply pauses.
It doesn't even say pause or anything.
It just expects you to know that your screen is frozen. The reset button does not work, as it says on my Super Nintendo. There it is. They can see my virgin moment.
It does. Ow. It does say.
It's a dirty table, not a dirty floor.
All right, so go
ahead.
to
Do your
options.
thing.
I can't believe it's BARRY. Hey, hey, hey.
Oh!
Hey, hey, hey. Thanks, crossover. Well, I just want to do Can't Wait to Be King. Yeah. Version? Oh, it's just telling you what version it is. No invulnerability, though. We're not going to go that far. Oh, wait, did I do it wrong?
Nope.
Nope. Yeah! Now
So
this
cute.
is
Oh,
a
wow.
classic. Look at those graphics. Ba-doo-doo-doo.
So pretty.
Ba-doo-doo-doo. Ba-doo-doo-doo.
Who needs an HD remaster that can rewind?
And this is one of those levels where you're like, wow, did they was this part of the plan when they were making the movie? Because it almost seems too perfectly set up for a game
Yeah,
in this format.
for sure.
Oh.
Wee! Eat, eat.
I feel like I remember seeing like games magazines you could get like yeah, we got audio working now. We just had to download the HD60 drivers. What was I just saying? Oh yeah, like
Vast improvement over last week. AB.
maps where it would show you like what monkeys through which directions and how to get through the level.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. By the way, you did a great job on this display, Barney. It looks great.
Right, it looks so cool.
The color and everything that's lined up, great. We're getting a little bit better each week, guys. Just a little bit.
Where am I supposed to go? I can't believe I'm stuck already.
Can you go around the hippo rhino?
Yeah, but
hippo.
then I can't. You can't get anywhere that way. Look, you just. Oh, I know what you got to do. I remember now.
How would it tell you to do that?
The pink ones are reversible.
Of course, because you know that without an instruction booklet.
I wonder if that might have been in the instruction booklet. See, this is so clever. A little platforming puzzle combo. Oh yeah!
Crazy.
I always love the double duck animation. Oh! I saw the arrow, but then I couldn't see the little
You got
the
too
little
excited.
pig thing. Wait, what? Oh, creepy glitch
Luigi's
in Luigi's
shadow.
Mansion. I thought he was talking about what we were playing. His shadow was up on the wall where it looked like he was hanging. Ooh, creepy. Gonna be the greatest king, like no king was before. Looking up, I'm looking down, I'm working on my roar.
Need to take a shower.
L is actually real.
Is that a Death Hunt reference?
Must be. That's the only L I can think of, other than the L on the controller that I'm using right now. I don't think that's what.
The L is not real. That was cool. So pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What I find more interesting is that these hippos are levitating. Oh no, they're in the water. I thought it was just a background.
Doodly-ba-ba-ba-doo-doo-boo. This part's tough. You have to like go far, but not. Like, how did I not make that? It's literally like little pixel width. Do you want to have a go?
No, but okay.
This one you have to like not jump too far. Oh, you got it. You got it. Hey! Get that one up.
Yee!
Cool.
I did something, guys. I was a gamer.
Looks like you have to jump to the
I will no longer be a gamer.
tail on your left now.
Oh God.
Yep.
I spoke too soon.
The frustration is kicking in already. We're not gonna play these games for too long because they are incredibly frustrating. I was gonna say
This is pure amusement for you guys, not for us. We are willing to torture ourselves in order to appease you, the fans.
And I just wanted to look and listen, look at and
Everybody
listen
look
to
left.
the games. Also,
Everybody
Wanna try
look
again?
right. Everywhere you look, I'm sucking at this game.
Dying again. All right, what should we do? We'll skip this level. What should we do for the next level? We'll do one more level from Lion King, and then we'll play some Aladdin.
I jumped. This game is evil.
Really is. It looks all cute.
Aladdin's
and it
also just as
sounds
bad.
all happy, but yeah. Actually, I would say
Good job.
Aladdin is a lit. No, Aladdin is ridiculously difficult
It's
too.
both bad. It's both bad. Well, that was fun.
All right, let's try the final boss. Let's do the final boss with invulnerability.
Cheating. I love it. Hey, Sang, what's going on, bro? Good seeing you.
This game is so old looking. Yeah, I made it look even more old looking with this. Actually, can I? Yeah, like, there's what it actually looks like. Ding.
I like your version better.
All right, options. Barry. I wonder if there was someone called Barry that worked on the game. The Stampede. Oh, my heart. Would it be Pride Rock? Or Simba's Destiny?
I could
Or
not tell you. I never got
Simba's
far in this game.
Return. It must be Pride Rock, I guess. That would be the final fight scene.
It starts.
Our trio's down to 2.
Oh, we've grown up. I don't know why I should be surprised that Simba grew up. I've just never got this far in the game.
Ow! You can't hurt me.
Wow. And no health bar.
Oh. I bet this is so hard when you're not invulnerable. Like I say, I don't think I've ever seen. I've seen this before, but I don't think I've ever seen it in game before. Does he have a health bar?
No, you just gotta keep hitting, hoping it works out. Unless he's invulnerable too, then this is ridiculous. Smack.
I'm wondering if you have to like back him off the ledge or something.
Get back, knave. Nope.
Did I already answer you, Tom? Yes, we are playing Pro Skater a little bit later.
A little bit of everything on the show today. Smack, 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 smack.
He does have a health bar. Not that you can see.
Smack his ass. Smack that.
I'm just giving him a friendly spank. Cats love a friendly spank.
It's like football. Oh, hey, he went away.
Invulnerability, even the invulnerability won't keep me alive this time, folks. All right.
Rafiki is disappointed.
Let's try.
I got you.
Let's try Aladdin.
Prince Ali, fabulous he, Ali Ababa.
Whoopsie.
I'm gonna mute my mic so I can blow into the cartridge.
So considerate.
I try for my fans.
I have been playing for the last couple of nights. So I'm like halfway through. One thing that's like a little weird for me about the new Tony Hawk's is like in the originals, if you played as a character, you could play through the entire campaign, as it were, and then you could choose a different character and just do the entire campaign. And it seems like your campaign is limited to your PS account, as opposed to the old games are much harder. It seems like it's linked to your account as opposed to each individual skater. So like, then if you choose a different skater, all of the goals are already done. It's weird. I'll show you.
It sounds weird the way you're explaining it.
Where's my sword? There's no sword on the Nintendo version, right?
Right, because it was a family-friendly version of the game. You
So
are correct.
how did
You leap the crap out of this.
you leap? But how?
Yep.
But how is it the same? Like, did they change the game to allow for the fact that you don't have a sword?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Oh,
it's not a port. It's like a new. It's a different game. It's a different game.
Interesting.
Which actually begs
Yeah,
the
this
question.
is nothing like the. This is a completely different level to the
Yes.
Genesis version.
Yes. Oh yeah, the whole game is different compared to the Genesis. Which makes me wonder, which game is the HD remaster? The Genesis or the Nintendo?
Maybe both. Maybe
Oh,
they
it did say that
uh,
you get multiple versions of the games when we looked at it, so that's cool. But yes, this is not your average.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't recognize this at all. I'm much more familiar with the Genesis version. Hey, you look hungry. You want an apple?
You have a limited number of apples. Very interesting.
Well, it's just like real life. It's only so many apples. How do you like them apples? I was like, is that gonna hit me? Look, stop that. I was Aladdin until I took an arrow to the knee. Quit it. Aw. I think I needed to use him to. Apu is not with you in the Genesis version, as far as I remember. He's in the game, but he's not like with you like this.
Must have been more for the family appeasement.
Tom's
Nintendo.
40 stars into Mario Galaxy already. Not bad, not bad.
Dope. Best of luck, my friend.
Break time.
All right. Thanks, Genie.
All right, we'll be right back.
Clip it. Oh, 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 oh,
Look at his
oh.
little wibbly finger. Wibble, wibble. Wibble, wibble.
Stop wibbling. Nice.
Thanks for the extra life.
Dope, dope. I'm curious what the Genie one is. Action. That's so weird. You're on the set of Aladdin, you're shooting the movie. This is actually a movie-making game.
Yeah, the original Aladdin was actually filmed with motion capture. Not many people know that.
But the studio is telling you can't use real weapons, so you just have to leap on everyone and hope that the audience buys it.
What's that?
We'll figure it out in post. You got lunch.
Fix it in post.
Fix it in post.
Put that barrel down, fatso. Oh no.
You got defeated
I
by the walking.
died.
You got defeated by the walking pod.
Where is Will Smith, Genie? Genie? The Genie has no voice in this, so it could be.
For all we know, it's Will Smith. Pre-Fresh Prince. I got bread! I got bread!
Hooray for bread!
I missed all of those gems. That was insulting. Whatever. I'm not a completionist.
Yeah, you pretty much jump on them and throw apples at them, and
As they did in the real movie, obviously.
this to me is marginally easier than the Lion King game, at least so far.
That's true. I feel a little more confident. Chicken!
You got chicken and bread. Chicken sandwich time.
Sponsored by Popeyes.
It's Aladdin chicken sandwich time. Aladdin chicken sandwich time.
Aladdin chicken sandwich. Aladdin chicken.
Where you at?
Aladdin shakalaka, I think is what I just said.
Genie. There you go. There you go.
Oh, Abu can just walk on walls like it's nothing. One up! Excuse you.
There's a reanimated project of Friend Like Me made by fans. When
Must have been sorely disappointed by the 2016.
when around when Robin Williams died, or
Oh,
when the
alright.
remake was coming out.
Hey, I actually completed a level. Yeah, you're right. This is easier than the Genesis.
Yeah. Which I'm not complaining about because
Leap.
that one is hard. And also we're only on the first level.
Level 2.
It might be just
Except
as
I just died. Nobody
Level up. Level up.
knows.
level up, level up, level up.
Bread.
Get that bread.
That
should try and-
that is in a mood in 2020.
You should try and get the red gem. What red gem?
There was a red gem that I passed.
Oh.
I'm not a completionist though.
The red gems are like little extra special ones.
Maybe, except I don't know where it is.
Just walk into him. I love the noise when you jump on them. What? It's almost sounds
Hey,
like,
there was nothing in
sounds
that
like
pot.
someone belching.
That was the worst pot I've ever seen.
Please let the Prince of Persia remake be good. Well, we now have, in my opinion... You okay, there,
Nobody saw
America?
that. Nobody saw that.
We now... Hey, 100 messages with the Restream chat today.
Woo!
Go, boys. Woo, woo. Nights.
Dance break. I have to go all in on my dance breaks. So
That was quick. Good job, boys.
we're getting more friends with every stream. Sorry, what were you saying? Oh, there's that stupid red gem. It
You
means
have
absolutely nothing.
to... Don't know how you'd get that, though. That bouncing off someone or something? Or flying on a magic
Yeah,
carpet?
sorry, that's not gonna happen, guys. God damn it! Get out of my way, bitch! I jumped.
I know that feeling, though. It's so frustrating. Like, you feel...
Don't tell me I didn't hit the button. I hit the button.
I heard you press the button.
You physically heard the plastic.
Yeah.
Thank you. Witness. I have a witness.
But, like it just was then, for me, if you press it too late... Bah!
Bye bye bye. Don't wanna be a fool for you.
So how do you get that? Can I throw an apple at it? I have no apples. Excuse me. Coming through.
Must be a pro gamer thing.
Get out of the way! Oh,
God damn
are you
it.
kidding me? Give me some bread.
Yeah! Get this bread. Get this bread. You about to lose.
You about to smash this jar. Get this bread.
You ain't gotta settle for nothing.
Alright, here we go. Can I do the jump that plagued
Oh,
Merrick?
well, yeah, because I didn't know there was a fucking platform up there. Go up, idiot.
There's a red gem. We have to get it. It's so important that we get every single red gem, even though we haven't gotten any yet. What am I doing? Oh, I can't. You can't grab onto that?
You have to be a pro gamer, Barney, in order to get up there.
Okay, never mind. Skip.
Oh, you got one!
Oh, there's the pro
Mission
gamer
accomplished.
strats.
Friends, you can give us a trophy for the day.
Whee!
That was cool. Chicken! Is it doing
I'm
anything?
gonna make some sandwiches.
Chicken
I
sandwiches.
have full hearts. So.
Aladdin, sponsored by Popeyes. Let me jump on this monkey.
What?
Gotta be a pro gamer, Barney. Yes, saying I am aware that I am an epic fail. Thank you.
Hey, at least it's entertaining, right, folks?
Entertaining stupidity. Believe it!
High energy, low quality.
Speaking of high energy, low quality, we've actually upped our quality in the studio as of late.
No kidding.
So for most that know us, we've been using curtains, like green screen curtains, to put together our shows and productions and everything. But we actually went out of our way to physically paint our wall here in the Zenden Studios, and we think that the show is vastly better as a result.
Right? Is high energy, low quality the slogan for the nights? Kind of, yes.
Yeah, I think it's our personal thing.
Yeah, because we don't want. Whoa, that's an illegal move, sir.
It's funny that he has a sword and you don't.
We don't want to. We don't want to make right. Yeah, because I'm the good character, so
Yes.
I can't. We don't want to make that the slogan for the Zenden Studios because we
That
like to
would
actually
look really bad.
we like to actually, aim for high quality. So it's funny, but not. Yeah. So maybe it should just be the night slogan: high energy, low quality.
Yeah, that sounds appropriate. Imagine if that was if you want terrible quality, come to us, Like, it just doesn't play as well.
Look at this. The subtle detail of the genie's face.
Oh. Wow, disappointing. All right, well.
Well, I think I'm ready to jump into the 21st century.
Ready to skate?
With 2 feet
Yeah.
firmly planted
Why
on the
don't you hit
board.
the be right back button, and it's only going to take like 30 seconds, guys. We're going to
Yeah,
change everything over so we can have a nice clean transition.
Yeah,
We'll be right back,
yeah,
kids.
Be right back.
Stay tuned.
We're back.
About to lose your job.
Just like that.
Get this.
Just like that. Wait, this was like paused?
Yeah. I put it in rest mode.
Oh.
I'm a good friend.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah.
Cool. That must be the boss. You have to tire him out. Yeah, he tired me out first. Unfortunately. Are you a Tony Hawk's fan? Did you play these games back in the gap?
When I first got my PlayStation 1, it came with a copy of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2,
Yeah.
actually. I forget how we got it. It was before we knew how to use eBay. I know that. It was kind of just one of those things that my mom magically got, and I was too young to understand where it came from. Might have been from a flea market. But, yeah, I got the first 2 games. I played it casually as a kid. I was never one to get the high score. I just loved how it was just so easy to
Just
like pick
felt
up.
to just ride around.
Yeah, that's really all I liked as a kid. I liked the idea of just riding around on a skateboard, and it was so smooth even as a kid. I didn't care about tricks and stuff. I just liked rolling around on wheels. Honestly, that's really all it was. Being a 5-year-old autistic kid who was figuring out video games for around the first few years.
They did such a great job of bringing this up to date just by like updating the graphics, and the levels and the gameplay are exactly the same. Like it handles and plays exactly like the originals, but it just looks like this new game.
Which, I think we've talked about this before. It begs the question, should more remakes do it like this?
Yes.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna mention when someone mentioned Prince of Persia. It's like now we pretty much have, in my mind, a roadmap of like of how to make a good remake, especially if it's a remake that you're trying to like HDize. That's not the right word, but you know what I mean. To like increase the definition on this. Pretty much perfect, I would say. I mean, there's nothing I can really complain about as far as this goes. Just for a remake, it's amazing, and it's because they didn't try to do too much.
Right.
They knew what needed updating, and then everything else they just left it well alone.
I find it really cool that they still had like all the, because things get lost to time, things get lost in fires and things like that. I just think it's really cool that they still had all the information to pull from in order to preserve the gameplay and redo the maps, but have everything still be in the same spot. Like, anything could have happened in the last 20 to 25 years where all that information was lost.
Yeah, or
so the fact that it was all kept
just didn't exist anymore or whatever. But
from an archival standpoint, it's amazing.
But with how big these games were, it's not that surprising that it was always archived. And
sometimes things get lost.
Yeah, it's certainly lucky.
Like Universal had their big fire in like late 90s, early 2000s, and it wasn't until just a couple of years ago that they actually started talking about everything that was lost in that massive fire. They downplayed it, but there were a ton of masters for a lot of artists that got lost
That sucks.
in that fire. All of that history in one place just went up in smoke, and they underplayed it for like 15 to 20 years. What does Crossover have with the facts today?
The mall level had a couple of boxes where, depending on which version you had, you would see something different on them, including some random woman's face.
Now, when you say which version, was this released for multiple systems? I thought this was a PlayStation exclusive. Not that I would know, but that was my assumption.
No, it was certainly on Dreamcast.
Oh, okay.
It was I played Tony Hawk's 1 on Dreamcast. Yeah, we realized that you meant the original. And yeah, PlayStation, Dreamcast.
N64?
I think so.
I think so. Which I find really interesting how you would play this game on the N64 with its 3 controller.
I'm not sure about that. But yeah, I think it might have been. But it was definitely on the
I'll take a
PlayStation
look.
and the
I got it on
Dreamcast.
iPad. I might as well make the most of it.
But yeah, so they added all the... Yeah, it is on N64. Crossover.
kidding.
Crossover beat you to it.
Of course. I'm slow. I'm a slow typer.
But then it was like... There were versions of the games as well for Game Boy...
Yes.
Game Boy
Yep.
Advance.
I did have one of them. I forget for what system. It was either that or maybe I'm thinking of Paperboy.
A lot of similarities. Look at the drone!
Dope.
Ha! That wasn't in the original. Excuse me while I jump off the map. Again. Oh no, I'm good.
Woo! Good job.
Saved it.
Good, but you can do better.
Alright, what am I actually trying to do here? Let's... how do I Madonna? I was waiting for that.
Clip it!
Indiana,
I'll
Airwolf,
have to go back and pick that up when we make our ad.
Japan, Madonna, up and right. Okay.
So speaking of ads coming up, I'll put out a friendly reminder out there. If you haven't been following me on my musical adventures on my various social media platforms, I have an upcoming Halloween concert on October 24th.
Yeah. It's gonna be dope.
Yes, we've been getting costume pieces, set pieces, finalizing our set list. We're very excited for it, guys. Be sure to tune in October 24th. We also have opening acts as well. Our High Priestess Sarah will be one of our opening acts. We are very excited about that. We also have one of our local artists and friends, Jared Moore, performing, all here in studio, using our wonderful green screen technology. And we have a really big show in store for you guys. So be sure to tune in October 24th,
Gonna be
7
so
p.m.
dope. Hey,
It'll
Yo
be
Daddy
on
Doe's
Facebook
here.
and YouTube and Twitch. Yo, Daddy Doe! Welcome to the production as it's being produced.
High energy, low quality. It's how we roll.
For show. Just go through all of Derek's catchphrases now.
Been knowing. Oh, I'm sucking right now. I
You
just
know what
want to
I'm
get the. I just want to get the gap. Whee!
That was
Where
cool.
is it? I must have gone past it already.
Boo.
Run it again. Do better this time. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Okay, it's right there. It's right there. I know I'm saying. There's so many of them.
You can make 10 different shirts based on your catchphrases,
I love
Derek.
that. I love that drone. No? I didn't make it?
I didn't know you could go up.
Yup. You can if you just hold Ollie, you can just skate up vertical walls in this game. Where's the gap? Oh yeah. Jack Black played Officer Dick. Did he do like voice parts for the game? I did hear something about that. I don't know where this gap is.
I thought I was hearing recently that Jack Black was looking to retire from acting. After like a
'Cause
Jumanji 3 or something.
He's doing YouTube now.
Well, why not? You can control everything,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Okay, where is this gap?
Show me
Tom, where's this gap?
Show me the gap, son.
The soundtrack's amazing.
I know they did such a good job of restoring most of it.
So good.
We're gonna have to display the custom skaters at some point.
Oh yeah, well this is mine.
I know, but to see the physical
Yeah.
facial detail. How you got that beard to look, oh, so good.
You want to try some multiplayer in a bit?
I wouldn't know what to do, but sure. I put under the tags today casual gaming for a reason.
Casual. It's always casual gaming here at the dirty table.
At the dirty. Sorry.
Remix. Oh, I need that K. Let me get that K.
K.
Come on.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, I missed the A.
Skeet.
You see the A anywhere?
I did not.
Maybe it's down that hole. A.
Way out of bounds.
Maybe it is down that hole. Nope. 4 out of 5 hard hats. I can get the last one of those. There's the E. Give me the E. Oh, give me the E.
Yeet.
Okay, I'm just gonna get the hard hats. No! Oh, that hurts so bad when you're like when you have like 10 seconds left and you have 4 of 5 items and you can't possibly get the last one.
I think your A was up there.
Hit the restart. Oh, you saw the A?
I think I did. I saw some kind of collectible up top.
Now we're voguing. Or not.
Nope, never mind. He hated that.
It just gives you the record stop when you crash.
Every time I dance.
Crash!
That was nice. That was sultry. I like that. Have to add it to our eventual soundbite buttons.
No!
No!
Oh, there's the A, right?
What? That was not what I was thinking of.
Nailed it! Get up. Lazy beard night. I want to go over there! Hup. No! Alright, let's just try and get something.
Let's just
Go
do
for
something
the,
right for once.
Go for the T, which is above me, isn't it?
It was outside of the hole.
Yeah. No! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. A completed goal. Can you believe it?
Nice! Downhill dreaming.
What was the grind I have to do? Oh, Airwalk the hydrophobic gap and Madonna the huge water hazard gap. I don't know what either of those are.
You better Madonna the huge water hazard.
How do you guys
hazard gap?
stream Switch gameplay? We use a capture card for everything actually. So we have an Elgato HD60S that we use for everything when Yodadido's not around because he has a cam link, which is actually slightly better, just a little more intuitive.
Yes.
Like easy to use than the HD60, but now that I've installed the HD60 drivers, it seems to be working really well. So, but we also have a like $25 cheap capture card from Amazon, which is a little USB thing that actually it's not great. It does have these like glitches. You guys might remember from previous streams when we'd have like these weird glitches going across the capture. So it does do that, but it's also only $25, so that's a good solution just to get you going. And there is a shortage of Elgato gear at the moment. Like you can't buy new cam links or HD60s for the most part.
Because everybody wanted to stream.
We found one at a Best Buy online, and I literally said to Mary, can we go buy this tomorrow? Because you can't find these anywhere. So that's what we did, and yeah, it seems to be working really well at the moment. And you can use that for any HDMI capture. So we have a little SD to HD converter for the old school retro consoles. And we just plug the Switch right into that.
Yeah, it's not off hill, dumbass.
that stat point. The stat points are too damn high.
Cool.
You want to have a go?
Sure. I have zero clue what I'm doing.
You can go back. You can back out if you want and show them the skaters, or just hit R1. Hit R1, or does it let you change here? No, you'd have to quit, but you can quit out of this and
All right, I
you
quit.
can show them the. That doesn't make you an idiot crossover. That just makes you someone who's not necessarily interested in PC specs.
Barney's beard
It's
game.
me,
is on
Barnold.
point.
Pretty accurate. The hair is a bit big.
Alex is pretty spot on too, I think.
Kinda. We changed her makeup last night. It looks a bit better. But
And there's me.
the best of all, far too accurate.
That one does. It looks pretty close, I think. it's kind of. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below.
I think yours is the
Well,
most.
I gotta be me if I'm
I
gonna
think
do
yours
it.
is the most accurate.
Oh, that's cool. You can create a part.
The part creator is so dope. They updated that really nicely.
So how would you unlock these ones?
What mode are you on?
I'm on 1.
Oh, you just have to
Oh, you get
you have to
specific
complete
across the other ones.
goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to school. Ooh.
See, I don't get how with the goals and challenges, like in the old school version, every time you change character, they all just reset.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So to like 100% the game, you have to play through the whole campaign as everyone. But I can't tell what they're doing in this one because I just did Will Ride the Bells last night as Alex. And even though all of the other goals are done, it still wants you to do Will Ride the Bells. "10 out of 10, make Merrick an official skater boy." You are an official skater boy, Merrick.
I'm an awful skater boy. Like all these combos and things, I have no clue what I'm doing. This is great, guys. I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
I guess the Mario 64 textures look really nice in the remake, in the re-release, which is cool. Seems I've seen a lot of people are playing that, so they are seems like they're selling well already.
No surprise at all. Good job. Good job, Merrick.
Switch it up. Switch it up.
I have zero clue what I'm doing.
Get that stat point. It's on the floor.
This would be as if I was skating in real life. That's pretty accurate. I like the realistic simulation that this is presenting.
I'll get those stat points for you. Those are the only things that reset in the levels, so you have to upgrade each character separately. And there's also like achievements for getting 6 score with every character. Special unlocks and stuff. Huh. In the remake, the school is closed due to Corona, according to in-game posters.
That's hilarious.
I'd not noticed that, but that is a clever way to actually make there be a
There's going to be a selection mode once Corona is over where you can select school closed due to COVID or school closed due to zombie apocalypse. That's my bold prediction.
There's another stat point. You think zombie apocalypse is going to be the theme of 21?
Sure, why not? Or budget cuts. They just closed the school due to budget cuts. That's option 3.
Yeah. Oh, that's like not even funny.
We know it all too well.
Give me that stat point.
Give me that.
Hey.
Stat.
Get this stat. There it is.
You about to get some
This
stats.
I was struggling with a goal last night where you had to do a transfer like this along a pipe that was like too far for me to do it, and I was trying, and then Alex was like, "Can you make your guy better?" And I looked at the stat menu, and I had 7 stat points that I hadn't allocated.
Oh.
So I allocated them all to Ollie and speed, and I just did it in 2 seconds.
That's funny. Can you just be a better skater, Barney? Oh, yeah, sure, no problem.
I actually can. I'll press the better skater button.
It is a very smooth game. I have zero clue what I'm doing, but it's a very smooth game.
So smooth. Budget cuts was the original reason why it's closed. That or it's summer, yeah. The summer thing. Makes
Summer's
sense
probably
to me.
the most realistic.
And I used to skate around my school in summer too.
Oh, in real life?
Yeah.
So you actually were a skater?
Yep.
Wow.
More like inline skates, roller skates than skateboarding, but I did do both.
I love roller skates.
Yeah, me too. I need to get some.
Get these skates.
This is weird. You have to claim the challenges when you do them. You have to like go onto this menu and press triangle to claim the... I don't really understand the purpose of that. Like, it should just give you the challenge. What?
board. I like the Grizzly. Reminds me of Joe Grizzly.
Which one?
The one that said Grizzly.
This? Oh, yeah, it does me too. I think I had a board with that one for a while just because it looks like Joe Grizzly.
Do you want to do one more level around and
Sure.
call it an evening?
Yep. Yeah, there is a. I'm not aware of the hidden alien character. I'm not aware of any hidden characters. I haven't gotten that far into it. But I do like the fact that they include an option to wear a face mask.
I at first thought when One Punch Man was released, I thought they added in a face mask because of COVID.
Right.
Then I realized I don't think they did that.
That's just.
But it just felt so appropriate when I got it. Like, oh yeah, I'm totally putting on a face mask to my custom character. That was back in like March of this year,
Yeah.
long before we knew whatever was going to happen wound up happening.
Well, that's a thing. Like Korea and China, everyone, as far as I know, they wear those anyway, just for
Exactly.
just for air quality or.
Hey, we may wind up sticking with that eventually anyway.
It kind of makes sense in a modern society, like in certain situations that you wouldn't want to necessarily be breathing everyone else's particles. Like, I'm here for that, you know.
Hey, Michael Jackson was ahead of the curve, guys, and we made fun of him for it.
Corona or otherwise.
That was dope.
No. Oh, the pain.
That explains my head trauma from when I was a kid.
All right, let's see if we can get the valves.
That explains the next head trauma I had when I was a kid.
You have to find one alien plushie in each of the levels. Oh, there's a lot to this game. I'm very impressed. I think I've missed a valve already. In fact, I definitely have. There's one up here. Hello? Can I not get flung off to the side wildly, which is actually a glitch that was like from the original game, and I'm really glad that you can still do it. Can I kick it? Oh, there's one. There's the second. Really? Really? Alright, one more try. One more try. One more game.
Did we have a schedule for nights for this weekend?
No.
No.
Nope.
Were you gonna stream Sunday?
Yes. If I have time, I was planning on doing it,
Yeah.
which I think I do.
Okay. Obviously, no stress. I'm sure everyone at home is okay with that too. Quite frankly, we've kind of looked at things, and we definitely consider Friday to be our main product.
Yeah.
Our main show as of right now. I mean, we've been doing really good getting in more clientele here at the
Yeah.
Zendead Studios, which we're very excited about, because that means that's more opportunity for us to deliver slightly higher quality in our content, especially here for Nights of the Dirty Table. Friday is our main show. If we're able to do Saturday and Sunday streams, certainly the Dungeons and Dragons stream is, in fact, a large part of what we do now. That's a part of it. But
Oh yeah.
outside of that,
That was a great. The last Dungeons and Dragons stream we did was a great time.
definitely. If we're able to do Saturdays and Sundays, it's an extension of what we do, but it is not our main product, as we've come to
Yeah.
decide here. We'll always, enjoy streaming as often as we can, but definitely Friday's our main thing. But regardless, so we could do a Sunday stream, basically. We'll let you guys know in the Discord when we pop up. I don't believe we're doing anything tomorrow night. I'll double check on that, but I don't believe we're doing anything tomorrow night. But either way, we'll keep you guys informed.
Yeah. Join the Discord. Oh yeah, I can post the Discord link.
I will say that we do have an official Smash stream coming up that we're using as kind of another event piece. We're going to go through and unlock all the characters that I wound up losing when I had to give up my Switch for Smash. So we're going to have a long Smash stream where we're going to go and unlock.
We're gonna have a long Smash.
We're going to have a long Smash, boys and girls.
We're in it. We're in it for the long Smash. We're not just. We're
Believe
just
it.
not the fly by night type of guys.
That will be Friday, October 2nd into the 3rd. So make sure you join us for that as we try to unlock all 80 characters, basically. Yeah.
How far do you think you're gonna get?
What a great question.
Make your predictions now. How far do you guys think we can get?
If we get to 64, I'll be happy.
Whoa, that was weird. You see that?
Yeah.
Crossover can't wait to nerd out in the Smash stream, pointing
Heck
out all the
yeah.
details. Oh, what was the thing that I said we had to tell? We had to tell Crossover. Oh, Mushu, Eddie Murphy, and Shrek. You don't remember?
No, I have zero memory.
Well, who does Eddie Murphy play in
Donkey?
Shrek? Yes. Who does Donkey fall in love with?
The dragon, of course.
Alex, last night Alex was like, I wonder if that's like a reference to the fact that he played a dragon. Like he fell in love with the dragon when he was a donkey.
Mulan is a prequel to Shrek.
Yeah. Yep. Our official crossover theory is that Mulan is
Crossover says that's kind of brilliant.
right. It was the first thing I said was like, "Oh, we have to tell Crossover about that."
Thank you for reminding me.
There's the last valve, I think.
So yeah, we will. So on October 2nd, Friday, we will have a Smash stream where we're unlocking people. We're going to dress up in costumes. I will have my Dark Pit outfit ready to go. Barney will be Luigi, and we're going to have all kinds of various guests from various past streams of nights and friends that you haven't met yet.
And
Jack, Wayne.
I
and
know Patrick was talking about trying to come back.
Yeah.
And we'd love to have him.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll hit him up. I'll actually add him to the list as I send out my
Yes.
invites now that I think about it.
Yes.
But, yeah, guys.
We should. Did you already talk to Yo Daddy though about that? Because you should get him in on some of that.
No,
even if
I
it's
have
just
not. Yes, we should.
to hang out.
Let me add him to the list. And
Yeah, good choice. Luigi's has always been my favorite. Yay! There's Cat. Don't forget to buy merch from the Zenden. You can.
Sneaky.
You
Good
can
job.
buy a Zenden t-shirt right now at thezendenstudios.com for the paltry price of $20.
Right on our website, y'all.
It's actually $21.25, but still, that is
It's flashy. It's nice.
Quite-
It's sleek. Cat did a great job on them. So yes, by
quite
all
the
means.
price for a high-quality shirt that represents your friends from Massachusetts, the Zenden Studios.
You bet.
Thank you, Kat. We appreciate you. Whoop. Anyway, yeah, I'm now officially extending the game, so we can wrap it up there.
Okay, yeah.
If you
Thanks
would
so
like to
much
do
for joining in, guys. If this is your first time watching Knights of the Dirty Table, you can smash the follow button, the like button, and the subscribe button on all of
All
our
at the
various
same
platforms.
time.
At the same time.
Click everything. Click all the things. Insert keyboard smashing meme.
Oh, yeah, Tom. Can we do a multiplayer with a local? Is that a thing?
What do you mean?
Like, so if we had Tom do a multiplayer, does it have
It
to
would be.
It would have to be online, right?
Yes. And it would only be you would only be able to have one player here playing, I believe.
All right,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure, but
Either way, we can make it happen. That's
can
not an
make
issue.
that,
I just am curious about the logistics.
You can make that part of it, yeah.
So yes, to answer the question, Tom, yes, absolutely, we can take you in for.
Yeah, you'll just have to add merit because you'll be playing on.
Yeah, I'm completely behind that, Tom. And if any of our other various watchers want to join us too, join us in the Discord. Let us know if you want to join us for our Smash stream for multiplayer, and we can make that happen. Right? Yeah.
As you should already know, we are not pro gamers. That counts for
Try as you
Smash
might.
2. As much as we have, as many hours as we've all poured into Smash.
We only provide the games. We don't
we
provide
just-
good quality
We
content.
just have fun with it, and anytime I try to fight anyone seriously, like I get destroyed every time.
Just like that.
yeah.
Just like I did just now.
Oh, there we go. He said he's not very good at Smash, so yes.
No
in
worries.
that case, yes.
Yeah. So we are the Dirty Table Knights on Knights of the Dirty Table.
Oh, thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks. We are the Dirty Table Knights here at Knights of the
Ready?
Dirty Table. We are on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. We are all over the place. You can follow Barney at
We
the
are all over
Zenden
the
Studios.
place.
You can follow him at the Zenden Studios on Facebook and Instagram. You can follow me, Herrick Menry. I am Merrick Henry. Herrick Menry on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Twitch and TikTok. I'm all over the place. He's all over the place. We're
and
queerly
stop
all
him.
over the place.
Queerly.
Did
Yes,
I
we
just-
are, but that's an entirely different conversation.
All right, that's it. We're done. Thanks so much, guys.
We
We'll
appre-
see you when we see you next time. Most likely next week, maybe Sunday. Who knows?
We appreciate you
Follow us
all.
in the Discord.
Yeah, jump in the Discord. Oh, that real quick crossover. We watched the Zelda CDI remake. Amazing.
It was dope.
Completely incredible. If you want to see that, check it out. It's in the Discord, which I tried to post a link to. I'm gonna try again. Yeah, it's not working. Oh well. I'll post a link manually in the Discord right now. But thank you for watching, everyone.
Bye,
Goodbye
fam. We'll see you
for
next
now.
time.
Nuts of the Dirty Table.
Dirty Table Nights. Awesome entertainment for your delight. We are the Dirty Table Nights. Live on Twitch Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night.
Heroes playing games, talking pop culture news. We got what you need, we'll be here for you. Crossover will tell us if we're wrong or right. Hang out with the gang every weekend night.
We're the ultimate team.
Come on and check out the stream.
We'll be chasing our dreams.
Believe it.
I'm just here for the memes.